Hey, what's happening everyone? Journeyman here, and welcome to part 25 of the Puritans. Today it's a huge episode in the context of our third season in charge of manager of Banbury United. So, since last time you joined us, which of course was the cup final against St. Neots, things haven't got much better. First of all, we lost 2-0 against Aylesbury. Jan Yeoman's getting sent off early in the first half, and unfortunately we never got back into the game. Played very poorly and ended up on the wrong side of a defeat. Then we lost 5-3 against Biggleswade. This is the moment that I realised I had to change my tactic. I had to change my approach. We were outplayed pretty much from start to finish. A couple of late goals made it somewhat respectable, but apart from that, it was a lost cause. We were 3-0 down in the first half to Biggleswade at home. That is just honestly unacceptable. Then we followed with a 1-1 draw up against St. Ives. Again, didn't play very well whatsoever. Didn't really deserve to get anything out of the game, but first off goal from Joachim put us ahead, and we managed to hold on at least for the second half, and then Peter Zeddy popped up with a kind of an equaliser on the 65th minute. So it's led me to some changes tactically. Let's take a look at those tactic changes. So I've gone to a 4-5-1 or 4-3-3 conventional system. The idea is I want to be able to stop leaking goals. Honestly, our defense has been absolutely atrocious this season, to the point where I've broken my rule here and not to sign any players by signing a player. His name is Billy Roast, 6'2" defender. Used to play for Greenwich, Concord, Colchester back in the day. Pretty talented centre half, to be honest with you. Obviously pretty quick, strong. He's a good centre half for this level, no doubt about it, and I'm happy to get him on board because he already goes in the squad as our best centre half option. Just strengthens our back line a little bit more. You notice as well that I've changed some of the instructions to the players itself. I've gone a bit more natural, a bit more organic in there. I said that I've basically put them into the natural roles, trying to get the most out of them and their ability. I've also changed the instructions on a little bit too with that in mind. Obviously, I can't look for the overlap anymore. Yeoman's is not going to be supporting the front three anymore, nor is Miles. So essentially with that in mind, I've had to change kind of my approach a little bit. As you can see, the overlap's been taken off, and I want the guys to run at the opposition a bit more, and I want them to close down too, because they're kind of the 7 players that are in the middle there from Ulwich downwards can easily press and win the ball back quickly, and we play a higher line, so generally speaking we should be able to win the ball higher up the field and maybe launch our counter attacks from there. But Webster will lead the line today instead of Johnson. Johnson's form's been not very good lately, so I dropped him ahead of Webster. Webster's a bit more creative, a bit more dynamic up top, so I'm looking to see what he can offer in this formation. But anyway, this is going to be the lineup for today's lineup for today's game. Wilbert's going to be in goal, Miles at right back, Williams, Roche at centre half, Yeoman's at left back, Finchy, Wiltshire, Ulrich for the middle, Knights, Kane, Joachim, and Websdale up top. Now, George Rigg has now returned to fitness. He's been out for quite some time, but it's good to have him back as an option for us. Spider-Man's on the bench, but should be Brad Smith, be honest with you. But anyway, on the bench, Smith, Rigg, Taylor, Delaney, Holgate, and of course Marcus Johnson. Alright, so this is a big game. Oxford currently sit 5th in the table. Wheat currently sit 3rd in the table. We're 4 points clear of Gosport. If we get a win today, and that's something I'm looking for a win today, it will see us at least open up the gap a little bit to the teams below us, and not to mention just keep up with St. Neots, who are currently 8 points ahead of us. Only 5 games left to go in the season. It's very unlikely we're going to catch them unless St. Neots all of a sudden lose 10 players to injury. If that happens, then we stand a chance of catching them. But if it doesn't, then really the best we can hope for is top 3, top 4 finish. Alright, so here we are with the new formation. I'm dying to see how this works out for me. In fact, I'm doing these episodes really early. I wasn't going to schedule any episodes on this for a while, but I felt like I needed to get back in there. So here's Joachim with the header of the back post. Gets in there, 1-0 up after 2 minutes. So far, so good. Knights crosses the back post to Joachim, and Joachim rose like a salmon and headed it past the goalkeeper. Webster creating that wide. Good header there from Joachim. Surrounded by 2 players, and found the back in 1-0 to the Puritans. Alright, free kick, dangerous area. Knights puts the ball in. Webster with a header off the crossbar, and Finchy couldn't get hold of that loose ball. He was underneath it as the ball was looping down, but defender got out of the way. But great chance there for Webster to make it 2-0. I'll say here we are at the end of the first half, and it's been a pretty good performance so far, pretty solid from back to front. Really haven't conceded too many opportunities for Oxford, so defensively we're looking more stable. Creatively though, it's been a bit of up and down. Obviously it was great to get that early goal on, and Webster missed a great opportunity. But apart from that, we haven't really created much going forward. But you know what? At this point of the season, with our form, I'll take a 1-0 victory. Alright, early highlight in the second half. Here's Hakeem. Gets the ball and puts it in. Cleared by Williams. There's Twyford now at the edge of the area. Back to Hakeem. Good tackle there from Wiltshire. Let's see if we can stage a counter-attack. Not with balls like that, it won't happen. There's Twyford. Good block. Bristow to Griffiths. To Hakeem. He's got the wrong side of the defender. Great tackle there from Williams. Beautiful, beautiful tackle there from Willow. And this should be easily played out. On Webster's now through on goal. Chance to make it 2-0. Oh, you could have taken a touch there, Martin. Instead, he took it first time straight at the goalkeeper. That was a great opportunity. There's Roche with a header, free header from the penalty spot. Two good chances come within a couple of minutes there, and we should be at least 2-0 up now. Alright, time to make a change up top. I'm going to bring off Martin Webster. I'm going to bring on Marcus Johnson. I'm going to play him as a defensive forward. That is definitely his preferred role. He performs much better in that role. I'm also thinking about bringing on Aaron Taylor for Joel Ulrich, but I'm going to leave him on for now. The reason being is we're actually dominating in midfield. We're actually playing really, really good stuff. We'll just have to hold on now for another 15 minutes or so. Alright, end of extra time here. And it should end up 1-0. Just waiting for the referee to blow full-time whistle. Wiltshire's tackled in the box. So there it is, 1-0 victory. Honestly, it was richly deserved. Oxford never were in this game at all from start to finish. They didn't really have any opportunities, so to speak of. We had the better of the opportunities, and really, we should have gone to score a few more than we did. But still, very, very happy with the performance of the guys. Obviously, they responded pretty positively to that change in formation, and I'm hoping we can carry that momentum now forward into the next game, which is up against Leamington. And I forgot to mention, we did also have, by the way, our youth intake. I didn't really talk too much about it, I don't think, in the last episodes, but essentially, these are the three players that I saw might do something for us. Louis War, right back, he's okay. He's got decent potential. He's 1.5 star player already, so he could play first team football if necessary. Then Josh Newton was the other player, defender. Don't really see much potential in him, but my assistant manager recommended him. And then Tom Dawson, someone's got decent mental attributes, can play numerous positions, centre midfield, centre back, centre forward. So I brought him. I kept him on just to see what he might turn into. But again, I'm not expecting much. And again, if they don't really cut the grade by mid next season, I'm probably going to let them go. All right, so interesting. This is the kind of the playoff pictures or the promotion picture right now for the teams. As you can see, looking at the side, St. Neots, they have Salisbury and Merthyr, who are in the bottom half of the division. Then they play Farnborough and then Kings Lynn. Chesham, on the other hand, they play Kings Lynn, Gosport with Truro and Kings Langley. Ourselves, we play Leamington, Kettering, Cirencester, Hitchin. And then probably the toughest run-in is going to be Kings Lynn. They have Chesham, Gosport, and St. Neots. So definitely Kings Lynn have the toughest road in. Ourselves, we actually potentially have the easiest. So we got to make sure we take advantage of that. Alright, so here we go up against Leamington, playing away from home today at the new Windmill ground. So change of the side, nothing really to speak about. George Rigg is able to play, and he could slot in right back. We can play centre midfield as well, but I'm going to leave things as they are. We played really well last time out, and I don't want to disrupt things too much if I can avoid it. Alright, so here we go, playing away from home at Leamington. Obviously, I'd like us to start strong. It really helped us early on that we got a goal within a couple of minutes. And here's an early opportunity for someone there. Davis plays it to Tanner, puts the ball in. Miller at the back post, off the crossbar. And Leamington almost took the lead. But yeah, that wasn't the way I wanted to start. Alright, second highlight of the game here. Ball goes long from the keeper. Yeomans to Ulrich. Ulrich to Websdale. A little bit isolated there, not much support, and he gives the ball away. Langford hits it long. Davis is now through on goal, and it's 1-0 to Leamington's bar. Jordan Davis getting on the score sheet there. Assist from centre-half Liam Langford, I've actually had for a couple of different teams before in the past. Didn't get any assists from me like that, though. Alright, ball goes in, and there's a penalty. Knights cross the ball in, and I think Rose was brought down in the box. Down Knights will step up to take this penalty kick. Knights steps up, and it's a fantastic penalty. Keeper absolutely no chance. Blasts it into the back of the net, and we're back on level terms. And honestly, it's been deserved too. We've been the better side since conceding. And yeah, that's a great penalty. Keeper no chance. Alright, 43 minutes here just before the halftime break. Let's see if someone can take an advantage of some complacency. Ball goes in. Yeomans makes a clearance, but nobody's there to pick up the pieces. Here's Tanner. Puts the ball in the box. It's a fantastic ball, and Miller absolutely fluffs that one. That was a great opportunity for Leamington. Wonderful ball out wide from Tanner, and Miller will definitely be disappointed by that effort. Alright, so just about halftime here, and it's 1-1. We're playing okay. Level, pretty much the game deserves to be level. I don't think one team's been truly better than the other. So we'll keep the same side out there for the second half. Obviously, I will look to make changes if things don't tick upwards, because I would like to try and keep putting pressure on St. Neots if I possibly can. It's very unlikely we're going to catch them. There's only 4 games left to go. We're 8 points behind, but you never know. We got to put ourselves in a situation where we qualify for the playoffs as quickly as possible. I don't want to be in the outside looking in for the 3rd season in a row. Alright, here's Wiltshire now to Miles to Ulrich. There's Wiltshire again. Plays at the feet of Websdale. Holds it up nicely. There's Joel Ulrich to Kieran Wiltshire. He's got Knights. Didn't make a run for that. Not the best ball in the world, but it wasn't the worst. Williams to Ulrich. Ulrich plays it all the way back to Will Britt. Not the ball I like to see from him, but let's see if we can build something from here. Ball goes long. Knights is brought down by Thompson. Now, Thompson's on the yellow card already. He's going to be sent off. So they're down to 10 men now with about 30 minutes left to go in this game. It's a great opportunity for us to go ahead here and really start pushing Leamington Spa. Alright, so we've got about 20 minutes left to go in this game. Corner kick. Ball's whipped in. Well cleared in the end from Finch, but only as far as Evans. Evans to Burns again. That's a great cross, and Davis has made it 2-1. You've got to be fucking kidding me. That's been the story of our season right there, guys. Looks like we should dominate the game and go ahead and play well, but we give away silly goals like that. Just lack of concentration. Us getting the wrong side of Davis, thinking the attack is, over. But just poor defending, really. I mean, credit to Leamington as well. They've kept 2 up top, despite being 1-1. They didn't sit back. Here's a chance now for them to make it 3. Miller puts it in. The Davis with a header straight at Britt this time. But Davis has been an absolute thorn in our side all game along. So we're going to make a change out here. We've got to make a change. We've got to do something different. What we're going to do is bring on Marcus Johnson. I have him play as a defensive forward. So again, another poor performance from Webstyle today. Did absolutely nothing to help the side. And same could be said really for Joachim. Joachim's in kind of a weird situation though, where it's like, if he doesn't score, then he's basically useless. We'll also make a change in midfield too. We'll bring on George Wigg for Kieran Wiltshire. Play him as a centre midfielder on attack. Just so we get some more support to the front line, because at the moment the striker's looking a little isolated. So we have about 15 minutes left to go to try and save this game. Will be a disappointing result here against Leamington. Again, out of all the teams, the run-ins, we had the easier run-in, so there's no reason why we shouldn't be capitalising on that and beating teams below us in the table. Alright, 82 minutes on the clock. Let's see what happens here. Burns looks to the feet of Miller, finds him. Miller's had a good game for them too. Boateng back to Burns. Good tackle there. Yeomans to Holgate. Holgate hits it long to Johnson. Johnson does well, hold up. There's George Wigg now, through on goal. George Wigg! Oh, that was a chance to score your first goal for the club. Great opportunity there. You won't get much better. Won't get many better opportunities of that in the game. Alright, so emergency time. What I'm going to do here is we'll start sticking players up top now. I guess Poacher. Sure, we'll put him centre. We'll put him on Poacher, and then we'll do Johnson on defensive forward on support. And then we'll go overload for the last 7 minutes to try and get back in this. It's going to be a very frustrating defeat. But it really has been the story of the second half of the campaign for us. We just haven't been consistent. We played really well against Oxford last time out. And then we go here to Leamington and get beat despite them going down to 10 men. Here's George Wigg, though. We've got maybe one more opportunity in this game to try and get something out of it. But we have to get a hold of the ball first, though. Here's Miles to Ulrich. Hits it long to Johnson. Johnson's out wide. That's a terrible, terrible touch from Marcus Johnson. The ball goes out for a goal kick, and that'll be the end of the game, I would imagine. So Leamington can come away victorious today, and honestly, they deserved it. We played terrible again, and I'm left scratching my head really why this team can't find some level of consistency when we need it the most. Let's take a look at the league table and then see how badly that's impacted us here. Now, because the results didn't go the way we wanted, Hitchin are now only 3 points behind us, and they've got almost the same level as goal difference as us. So it's really, really bad news as far as that concerned. We've only got 3 games left to go in this season, and we need to pick up as many points as we can. We should be aiming to win all 3, to be honest with you, but we got to play better than we did last time out. But thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. Obviously, it's a tough and trying time right now. End of season pressure is on. And again, if we win our next 3 games, win the playoffs. Simple as. If we make the playoffs, then it's anyone's game after that. But thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. If you are, please remember to like on the video. If you want to see more videos by me in the future, please hit subscribe to notifications on. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next part. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.